Hi, I'm Michelle Gallant of Looks Image Consulting, and this week I'm here to talk to you about how I became an image consultant. I was sitting at my computer thinking about some topics I could talk to everyone about, and it occurred to me that I've never actually told the story or shared any part of my life about how I got into this business. So I thought I'd make a video today and tell you about how I became an image consultant. So when you think of early days of how you become to grow into a career, I always think of the story of how Donna Karan would give these interviews about how she was a little girl and learned how to sew when she was so young and loved to take clothes apart. And it reminds me of me because I didn't do that because I'm certainly not a fashion designer, but I tried about a million outfits on every single day. I loved to try makeup on and wear lots of jewelry and accessories, and I couldn't wait until my feet got big enough to wear high heels. Those were my early days growing up in the East End of Toronto in the beaches. But by the time I was 16, I was already working in retail and I had to be around clothes. I knew that no matter what, that had to be my career. So I started working in retail, and I'm not gonna lie, it teaches you a lot, but it's hard work and you don't get paid very much money for doing it. So I liked it in some ways and didn't like it as much in others, but I still decided, no, I'm meant to work with clothes. So I went to school, went to George Brown and studied fashion management, and then definitely got into a couple of different fields in the fashion industry that taught me a ton. One was being a fit technician at Hudson's Bay, which meant I worked with buyers and really learned a ton about how clothes are put together, about fabrics, about dealing with people too, because that also comes into play in that kind of environment. However, I still knew that this was not hitting the mark quite the way I wanted to in terms of my own creativity and style. And like most women who get into their 30s, married with children, so I definitely took some time off and concentrated on family. But I want to tell you a quick story about how I even thought of the idea of being an image consultant, because I actually didn't even know that term. I'd heard of a fashion stylist, but image consulting wasn't something I'd even heard of. But I consistently, over the years, would get asked about where I bought my earrings, how I put that outfit together, and I would love to tell people, I got this at Le Chateau, I got this at Joe Fresh, I only paid $30. And they would always be saying, I don't know how you do this, but you really should be teaching this to people. And the wheel started to go into my head about how can I teach this to people? That actually is something I would really love to do. So I started to look at educational stuff online about taking courses, and I saw that George Brown offered courses in image consulting and saw some of the different categories of the courses, things like body analysis, things like color analysis, even that term of dressing your shape and not your size. It's like all of a sudden these like flashes started to go into my mind, like ding, 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 ding. That's exactly what I want to do. And that's exactly what I'm going to take. And that's where the idea started. And that was in my early 30s, and I got the education, and Looks Image Consulting was born at that time. I really want to talk about what kind of image consultant I am, because there are a lot of different kinds. And for me, one thing I've learned about doing this for almost 15 years is that I'm the image consultant that tries to really find out what the inner person and what each client that comes to me is trying to show the outside world. And I talk to them and the emotional growth that they're going through and the struggles that they have in jobs and in family, and trying to build all of that into a wardrobe, it really has to then go into my mind and make sure that I am empowering them and really reflecting who they are. So for me, image consulting really doesn't have as much to do with trending clothes, with what's so hot and the newest and the latest and the greatest styles. It's not that those things aren't important. They are important. But it's really about connecting with people and understanding how I can best make them feel like they're just going to explode out into the world and feel like they have the ultimate when it comes to that instant first impression. So when my clients wake up every day, my goal is to make them feel that no matter what they're going through in their life, it could be weight gains or losses, a new job, career direction, family issues, that what I have done for them is going to make them feel so empowered that they feel that they can just take the world on by storm. So here I am in my 30s and Looks Image Consulting is a reality. I've got a website, I'm getting clients, I'm getting corporate seminar requests to come and talk about dressing for success. And that was all great. And I learned a lot about how to listen to people, how to match what they were thinking in their minds, even if they weren't even sure what it was, to make it their reality. And the clients really started to come in. But what I was finding was such a struggle was the technology aspect of a web-driven business, because technology is moving so unbelievably quickly that it was really hard, because I'd been doing image consulting, I don't know, for about 6 or 7 years, and social media then came in. And I didn't know it was that important, to be honest. I was busy working and raising my kids, who were, still quite young. I was divorced. I was very distracted. And it was all of a sudden, I didn't exist anymore. It was like I dropped off the map. I wasn't getting requests anymore for consultations. And I panicked. I don't know what to do. And managed to get like some consultations with people in the field of trying to figure out business plans and ideas, and they were telling me it's social media. You've got to start blogging, you've got to start doing videos, you've got to post, you've got to Twitter, and you got to Instagram. And I was overwhelmed, like, oh, okay, I got to figure this out, I guess. And even so, it's still taken me some time to get to the stage of being able to do this. So quite frankly, I'm really happy to be getting to know people on this kind of platform now. It's pretty exciting. And if there's one thing I want to say about how I became an image consultant and what it really means to me, is that I can't imagine doing anything else. The fact that I get to meet so many different men and women who struggle with clothes in so many different ways, and I help them get in a different mindset when it comes to their wardrobing and how they can actually make life so much easier for themselves and reflect who they are, brings me so much joy and so much pleasure, and really fulfills me every single day. I'm so happy to get up and do this for people, and just feel so excited all the time about it. So it's something I wanted to tell you that makes me feel super empowered and so excited to do all the time. And if you ever want to tell me about any of your struggles or any difficulties that you have when it comes to reflecting yourself and your outer image, I would love to help you. My website is looksimage.com. And if you like my channel, please click and subscribe. I will be posting new video and new content all the time. So please like and subscribe. And I hope we can chat sometime soon. Thanks for watching.